Chair recognizes the gentleman from Spencer for explanation of bill and a motion thereon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members of the body. Senate Bill 156 is a continuation of the work that we did in the 2022 session with Senate Bill 9, an act relating to early literacy. Last year, the Government Review Contract Committee denied a contract for $1.2 million to the CCLD, the Collaborative Center for Literacy Development. Now, keep in mind that the administration for the Finance Cabinet could have overridden that decision and issued the contract, but they chose not to. That leaves us a void in the area of a center, so this legislation would strike out the CCLD and instead insert a statewide reading research center shall be established to support educators in implementing reliable, replicable, evidence-based reading programs, and it goes on. This contract could be issued for up to 5 years if funding is available. They would then be renewable, so they would, the department would issue a RFP to develop this center, and it spells out in here the guidelines of this, the responsibilities of this center, because we all understand the issues that we have not only in the state of Kentucky but across the country with literacy, particularly in early literacy. So it is essential that we work on this. Through the work of Senate Bill 9 last year, the Kentucky Reading Academies have been established. There was a first cohort of teachers who have taken this professional development, and we have heard nothing but positive responses to the development they've done, and this is just a continuation of that work. There was the Senate did add a section on page 18 of the bill, and sometimes words have very powerful meanings. And in this situation, a lot of times we have constituents of ours who have suggestions and input, and we have a very special guest in the chamber with us today. She is seated at the desk of the gentleman from Jefferson 33. Her name is Kiara Dunk, and she felt like she was adversely impacted by the reading programs that she had, the interventions that she had. So she had this idea to make this one-word change from Senate Bill 9 last year, and it changes the word from may to shall, and it says each superintendent or public charter school board shall adopt a common comprehensive reading program that is determined by the department to be reliable, valid, and aligned to reading and writing standards required by KRS 158.6453. And Kiara, we're glad you're here today. We certainly appreciate that. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to make a motion and ask for questions, but I'm going to ask my members here to indulge me for a minute. When we get ready to vote, would you allow Kiara the honor of casting the first vote on Senate Bill 156? Mr. Speaker, I'd be happy to entertain any questions. I also want to thank the lady from Jefferson 82 who's very instrumental in this work, the lady from Kenton 63 who actually had the original legislation, House Bill 389, that contained this. I appreciate their efforts and work on this. So, Mr. Speaker, at this time I move for passage of Senate Bill 156.